Well, they finally did it. They made a genuinely great Fantastic Four movie. Fantastic Four First Steps was a brand new 2025 comic book film directed by Matt Shakman, and it stars Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach. And I've been rather excited for this movie. I have a lot of nostalgia for the first two Fantastic Four movies from the 2000s. I hated the 2015 movie. I will always hate that movie. When they announced the cast for this, I was a little skeptical. I really loved Ebon Moss-Bachrach as the Thing. That was my absolute favorite casting. But Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, I was a little on the fence about because I like Pedro Pascal, but I just didn't see him as Reed Richards. Well, let's go ahead and start this review off with the good, and I'm very happy to say I loved our entire cast here. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards is really great. I was expecting him to just be the normal Pedro Pascal character, but honestly, he brought a depth and a gravity to the role of Reed Richards that honestly not even Ioan Gruffudd did in the original movie. So I really enjoyed what Pedro Pascal did with Reed Richards here. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm as well. This is the character that has really been given the short end of the stick the most consistently in the past Fantastic Four iterations. So I was very happy to see that they gave this character emotional depth and connection with the entire team. I love her version of Sue Storm. This is the definitive Sue Storm in my opinion. I thought that she was absolutely fantastic, no pun intended. Ebon Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm, the Thing. Really loved him as well. Now, is he as good as the Michael Chiklis version? In my opinion, no, but he's almost there. He will have more appearances in future MCU films, and he has the potential to surpass Michael Chiklis. But I really, really liked what he brought to this role. Now, some people are mad that he's not as depressed as the Thing is in the comics and in the past movies, but that's one of the most trivial aspects of the Thing. My favorite thing about Ben Grimm is that he's portrayed as the tough guy of the group, but he's also the heart and soul of the group. He's the kindest of the group. And I really enjoyed how he captures that with this performance. I did really enjoy this version of the Thing. Finally, Joseph Quinn as Human Torch. I really liked him as well. Now, Chris Evans is still top tier casting as Human Torch, but given a little bit more, I think Joseph Quinn could even surpass him. I thought he was great. Now, some people are mad that they toned down his womanizing in this movie. Again, a very trivial aspect of this character that I feel like people are focusing way too much on. I really enjoyed what Joseph Quinn did here. I love his back and forth with Ebon Moss-Bachrach. Everybody knows Human Torch and the Thing are frenemies pretty much. They're best friends, but they kind of love to get on each other's nerves. I love that dynamic that they had in this movie, so really enjoyed them. Now, we got two villains. One's not really technically a villain, but portrays a villain for most of the movie. You got Julia Garner as Silver Surfer, Shalla-Bal, the Shalla-Bal version of Silver Surfer, who is in the comics, so you can stop your crying because it wasn't Norrin Radd. We'll see Norrin Radd eventually, I guarantee it. But I really enjoyed what she brought to this role. She's not in it a whole lot, but for the screen time that she has, she is really good. We get her backstory. We see why she serves Galactus. And honestly, just the way that she's able to portray this character in a conflicted manner, I really enjoyed her. And then finally, you got Ralph Ineson as Galactus. Now, we have only had Galactus appear in live action one other time, and he was a stupid space cloud. I love what they do with Galactus here. Apparently, the suit is all practical. It is actually Ralph Ineson in a Galactus suit with the big helmet and everything. And they just use CGI to make him huge. And I love what they do here. He's got such a terrifying presence. That voice that we all know Ralph Ineson to have absolutely works for Galactus. He's only appeared in one movie, and honestly, he's already a top 5 MCU villain. I really hope we see Galactus again. Now, outside of the cast, we get a really good story here. This is set on a completely different Earth from the MCU, much like Deadpool and Wolverine was, except Deadpool and Wolverine did require homework. This one requires no homework whatsoever. None of the past events of the MCU play into this movie because it's its own movie. It's not continuing a legacy of past Fox movie like Deadpool and Wolverine was. This is its own self-contained story within the grander scale of the MCU. And I just really appreciated that. You got the Fantastic Four. They're trying to save the world from Galactus after the Silver Surfer marks the planet for death. And Galactus is on his way, and they have to find a way to stop him. And I really enjoyed that aspect. You get some really good emotional moments when they're trying to figure it out. I just love it. And you got great action as well. I love the action. The opening of this movie is phenomenal. It feels like a golden age comic containing the Fantastic Four. And speaking of the golden age, this just feels like a 100% sincere love letter to Jack Kirby, the creator of the Fantastic Four. I love that. Absolutely fantastic. I keep saying fantastic. You got some great visual effects as well. A lot of late stage MCU movies have come under fire for poor CGI. And some of them are 100% valid, but the visual effects here are really good. I really loved the visual effects on how Pedro Pascal stretches. I loved seeing how they were able to make Mr. Fantastic's powers look realistic and not overly cartoony like the Ioan Gruffudd version. I just love that. Now, finally, what I want to talk about. Is there a credit scene in this movie? Yes, there are two, like with most Marvel movies. The mid-credit scene, you absolutely should stay for. I'm not going to say what it is, but it carries some implications for some stuff that's coming up. It's very important. You should stay. It's a very great sequence. Now, there is another post-credit scene, and it's not really playing into the movie whatsoever. It's just a fun little side gag to have at the end of the credits, and I enjoyed it. So, yeah, that's about all for the good. There's no bad here, honestly. I am surprised that this movie was just this phenomenal. Final thoughts. I really love this movie. I knew that I would at least like it, but I did not expect to absolutely love it like this. The Fantastic Four First Steps is phenomenal. It's the best Fantastic Four movie we've ever got, and I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. So that was my thoughts on the Fantastic Four First Steps. Have you seen this movie yet? Let me know down in the comments what you thought about it if you've seen it. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.